For millions of people, the day doesn't officially begin until a handful of dark, dried leaves meets boiling water. Black tea is universally celebrated as a staple of health-conscious diets, a comforting ritual packed with antioxidants. But depending on what kind of tea you're brewing, that mug might actually be functioning as a highly efficient delivery system for severe neurotoxins. Specifically, it acts as a vehicle for two highly reactive elements, aluminum and environmental fluoride. We tend to think of tea in terms of natural flavors, but these two elements are potent industrial chemicals, routinely handled by workers wearing heavy-duty respiratory gear. This medical literature outlines the connection, noting that black tea contains remarkably high levels of both metals. When ingested together, these highly reactive elements rapidly bond to form a highly destructive structure known as a fluoroaluminum complex. To understand how an industrial chemical compound ends up in a breakfast beverage, we must look past marketing and examine the harsh environmental chemistry of the tea plant itself. Aluminum is one of the most abundant elements in the Earth's crust, and fluoride is widely prevalent in modern water supplies. As the black tea plant matures in that soil, it acts as a biological hyper-accumulator. Over its long growing cycle, it absorbs massive amounts of these heavy metals directly from the surrounding earth. Once you drink the brewed tea, the absorbed aluminum and fluoride enter your digestive tract and rapidly fuse into that jagged fluoroaluminum complex. Inside the body, this molecule acts like a factory saboteur, uniquely structured to poison the cells responsible for internal detoxification. By hiding inside a seemingly harmless tea leaf, these reactive earth elements bypass our senses of taste and smell, launching an undetected strike on our primary internal defense organ. That defense organ is your liver. Think of it as the body's central heavy metal processing plant, a massive, complex filter that traps and breaks down harmful compounds before they can reach the rest of your organs. But because the fluoroaluminum complex actively poisons the liver's specialized detoxifying cells, the organ's ability to filter the blood becomes severely compromised. With the primary filter disabled, the heavy metals are no longer trapped. They spill straight into the systemic bloodstream, circulating freely alongside red blood cells. The final destination for this unchecked particulate matter is your nervous system. The fluoroaluminum complexes accumulate in critical structures of the brain, eventually crossing the blood-brain barrier to lodge deep within your neural tissue. Once there, the physical presence of these metals disrupts normal neural firing. This specific accumulation is directly linked to chronic brain fog, confusion, and severe neurodegeneration. It is a chemical chain reaction that turns the body's natural filtering system against itself, transforming a cup of tea into a slow-acting neurological threat. Reducing this toxic exposure starts with a very simple daily habit shift, replacing the highly accumulated black tea with clean white tea. The biological difference is straightforward. White tea is harvested when the plant is much younger, meaning it spends drastically less time sitting in the soil absorbing heavy metals. This passage from the medical literature details the distinction, noting that because white tea is picked early in its life cycle, it contains significantly lower levels of aluminum and fluoride, while retaining higher concentrations of protective compounds. But addressing the heavy metals already present and helping repair a disabled liver requires a secondary internal defense: zinc supplementation. Introducing controlled zinc into your system signals cells to manufacture a specialized defense protein called Metallothionein. This newly formed protein acts as a powerful biological sponge. It actively sweeps through the gastrointestinal tract and the liver, where it physically traps and neutralizes lingering heavy metals like aluminum and lead. This clinical text explicitly confirms the mechanism, showing that zinc provides the chemical trigger needed to rapidly increase metallothionein levels within your tissues. The balance here is precise. Clinical guidelines suggest limiting intake to roughly 15 milligrams of zinc a day, or even every other day. This provides enough raw material to maintain your biological defenses without causing a deficiency in other essential minerals like copper. Achieving true health requires us to look past marketing labels and comfortable daily habits. By understanding the hidden environmental chemistry in our food chain, we can deliberately give our biological systems the precise tools they need to defend themselves.